Nothing was worse than last night, child.
Oh my God. I didn't expect to get picked and I was doing my makeup.
Hey.
Hi.
Are you there before?
No, I have never been out here before.
Okay, I gotta see your full face. Where you going, honey?
I'm going out. I'm getting ready to go out right now, so I'm literally in the midst of doing my makeup.
Dude, you're good? Where you go? Is that one braid? What is that on your head?
It's I'm just melting my lace.
Oh, is that a braid?
No, I have.
No, on the other side, that's sticking out right there.
This,
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so Brenda, where you calling us from, honey?
Chicago.
Where are you going tonight?
I'm supposed to be going to like Wicker Park, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just getting ready just in case.
All right, Brenda, how old are you?
I am 30 years old.
30 years old?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
I am a restaurant manager.
Restaurant manager. You have any kids?
I do. I have 2 kids.
2 kids. How old are your kids?
I have a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Okay, both by the same man?
No.
Why you not with the 3-year-old dad?
It just didn't work out. We co-parent very good though, but it just didn't work out.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
No, never been married.
And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Cancer. So this is Brenda Chicago, 30, is a Cancer, restaurant manager, 2 kids, 12 and 3. She's getting her makeup because she's on her way out.
All right, I definitely got to do my makeup. I can't stop.
Oh my God. She got to do her makeup because she got somewhere to be. All right, what kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for a traditional man. Like, my dad's a traditional husband to my mom, so like I want a traditional man. I feel like I'm a girl. Like I'm a caretaker. Like I love everything about taking care of a man. So like I want a traditional man. Like I'm not saying traditional in the sense like I want to be a stay-at-home wife because I don't want to do that. But like as far as like being a man of your word, basically. Like say what you mean what you say, and don't say what you mean if you don't mean what you say.
Don't say what you mean if you don't mean what you say. Okay, what are your deal breakers?
A man who does not keep his word.
A man what?
Who doesn't keep his word.
Who doesn't keep his word. Okay. This is so funny. We're going to see your whole makeup transformation.
Yeah.
So, does the guy have to look a certain way?
I don't do like in the gym for sure. Like you don't have to be like super skinny, but like if you are like a little heavier set, at least let it be like a toned heavy set and not sloppy.
Okay. What about money? Do he got to make a certain amount of money?
I feel like if you want to be the man of the house, you have to make a little bit more money than me. I don't believe in like the 50-50 rule, but like 70-30, something like that, 70-40, things of that sort. So at least
70-40 means 60-40.
60-40, yes. At least like in the world that we live in, based off a 2-income house, like at least like 65 to 70 a year.
65 to 70 a year. Okay. Does he have to be in Chicago?
Absolutely, yes.
He has to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to let you blend while I give everybody your resume.
Okay.
This is Brenda Chicago, 30, Cancer, restaurant manager, 2 kids, 12 and 3. Do you want more kids?
I'm okay with not having more kids, but if I get married and if my husband wanted more kids, I would. But like if I get in a relationship, they're like, I don't want more kids, I would be okay with that too.
Okay. So your husband, can he have kids already?
Yeah, he could.
So you want a guy that you can marry?
Absolutely, yes. I'm dating for marriage. Yes.
Say again?
I'm dating for marriage. Yeah.
Have you always dated for marriage?
No, I recently went on like a self-healing journey where I'm like really learning myself and like learning how to love myself and like be by myself to be a good woman to a man. So like now when I do date, like I am dating with a purpose. I don't want to date for the rest of my life. I do ultimately want to get married. So like now I'm not into like just wasting my time. Like when I go on dates, like I'm very inquisitive. I ask a lot of questions because like I'm not a firm believer into wasting my time. Like I don't want to be dating someone for 6 months or then it just finds out like we don't click, because I do feel like time is something that you just don't get back.
This is true. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, I got a robe on. Let's see. I'm a little slim.
Okay.
Robe on, so you can't really tell, but.
Ooh, excuse me. me. This is Brenda, Chicago, 30, a Cancer, also a zodiac sign, restaurant manager. She's going out tonight, so if you just tuned in right now, we called her in the start of her makeup. Well, she called me, and I accepted her at the start of her makeup. So we might see this whole phase. When was your last relationship?
A year and a half ago.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months ago. What are 3 flaws you have to work on, Brenda?
I don't know how to forgive people. So like I always tell people, like, I really don't know how to forgive. So like the slightest thing where like I feel like you switched up like what you said, or if I catch you in a lie, like I'm literally done. I don't know how to forgive people. I do this thing like I'm a very direct person. So like when I'm dealing with someone who's long-winded, who likes to like overly explain like what I did wrong, I'm like, get to the point. Like I kind of like a lot of men tell me like when you don't want to hear, you just don't want to hear. But I'm like, I heard you. You keep saying it, and I heard you. Like I'm very big on like improving myself. So you can tell me like I'm like get to the point. Like okay, I made you feel this way. How can I not make you feel that way? Like I don't need the in between of it. So I'm really trying to work on that because some people like to express themselves different. And then also I like to be by myself a lot. So like I get through these little spells. I'm just like, I still want to be with you. I'm not affectionate either. So like my affection is like you sit on the couch next to me and like don't touch me, but don't leave the room. So yeah.
Okay. So did you give me your age range? What's the age range you'll date?
I would probably do no older than 35, honestly. And no younger than like 28. So 28 to 35.
28 to 35. Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Brenda?
I feel like again, I do feel like I'm a wife. I do feel like I took pride to like really get to know myself, learn myself, to like know like how to improve myself. I am a person like if you come to me with a problem, I'm gonna go A, B, C, D, Z with you. Like I'm gonna always be quick on my feet. Like I love providing for a man. I love like making a man feel good about himself because I do understand in the generation. I have a lot of male friends. I do understand like what it's like to date us sometimes. So like I think that's why I improved myself. Like I'm a listener. So like you tell me something, it's always gonna be in the back of my head to be like, oh, I don't want you to ever feel that way. So like let me self-improve on that. So I do feel like overall, like being with me, like you are gonna get everything of a traditional wife. Because I saw my mom and dad been married for 22 years, so I know what love is. I know what love looks like.
Okay, so you had that example when you had your children, though, right?
My second son's my 3-year-old. I always tell everyone I love that because he taught me what a man's supposed to do for me. He taught me how a man's supposed to love me. So like I love the relationship.
Teach you that?
My son's dad, my youngest son's dad. So when I got with him out of a toxic relationship. He taught me literally like how to love myself. And I tell him this all the time, like he taught me how to love myself. Like he taught me like what a man's supposed to do for me. Like he was like a provider and assist of that. So like from that, it didn't work just because like I feel like I was so young. Like this is before I really like self-love myself. And I was just like, it became a toxic relationship. But from that relationship, like I took a step back to like really learn myself. Like I learned that I didn't know how to be by myself. So like I got out of one relationship, got right with him. He was a good man for me. I know he probably would have married me, but I was so toxic at the time.
Did he?
So like it was.
Move on with somebody else?
He's in a relationship right now.
Okay, because I was gonna say, why can't you guys work things out?
No, I don't believe in like backtracking. I feel like when things run its course,
a child together, so I think that's a warrant backtrack.
I don't think. Like I know a lot of people say like you have kids together, but like I feel like yeah, I have a kid with him, but like he's still an ex. Like once it runs its course, it's run its course. Once people do so much damage to each other, there's nothing you can do to get that trust back.
Who did a lot of damage? You just said he was a good man, the way you described it.
But I did damage to him, so I feel like we did try to work it out. So how I had my baby, honestly, I don't believe in adding new bodies on and things of that sort. So we were still like intimate. Then I ended up getting pregnant. So we ended up we tried to work out and it just did not work out. So like we were together my whole pregnancy. He was there for the whole thing, but it just like it was so much damage done that he didn't trust me because I was the person that got my lick back. He did something. He was a good man, but of course a man is gonna be a man. I got my lick back, and you know men never can take what they dish out. So like it was always like he's questioning me, and I'm just like I'm literally a different person now, and I don't believe in like if I took time to like better myself, you're not gonna keep reminding me of what I was. So yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I got a question, just out of curiosity, no judgment, because you said your parents been married for 22 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you date for marriage before you had your children?
I had to go through a self-love journey, honestly. Like my dad is my stepdad, of course, but now like I feel like we were all done. I didn't just come out like, oh, I just want to be married. Like I went through my 20s. I was a teen mom for sure. I got pregnant at 17, so majority of my teenage years were taken being a mom. So then I started dating, and I moved out. So I was really just out living life. Like it wasn't in me to like, oh, I want to get married. Like I never want to be married in my 20s, because I feel like 20s are for you to live your life. So I never want to settle down. Now I'm 30, and now I'm just like, okay, I've been there, done that, and like everything is the same out here. Like I'm not gonna keep chasing the same thing. And again, I feel like I learned myself. Like I wouldn't, a marriage wouldn't have lasted if I was who I was in my 20s.
Okay, fair enough. So, Brenda, did I ask you the last question? Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Yes, you asked
We
me.
did. All right, so let's do it. Brenda, Chicago, 30. She's a Cancer. She'll date. What was your age range again?
28 to 35.
28 to 35. She does want the guy to be in Chicago. He can't have kids, correct?
He can have kids, yes.
And you want more kids only if you get married? Or
You
don't want more kids?
I mean, if I get with a man and he doesn't want more kids, I'm okay with that. If I get with a man, he doesn't have a kid, I understand people want to hold their own legacy. I'll have another kid. I don't want a lot of kids. Like it'll be like one and that's it. But like, yeah.
Okay. Let's do it, boo. How can the guy reach out to you, honey? Look, I was trying to wait until your makeup was done so we could see the finish. It like you're doing a good job. Are you a makeup artist?
I'm not. I learned how to do makeup watching YouTube and everything.
You like you're doing a good job. So how can the guy reach out to you?
My Instagram, and don't laugh at it, is MacDaddy, MacDaddy_Brenda. But it's just funny because a lot of men get a little out of it, so I'm never gonna change that. So MacDaddy_Brenda on Instagram.
Sometimes for people.
MacDaddy_BRENDA.
Okay, so Mac with no K. So MacDaddyBrenda. Mac Daddy Brenda.
MacDaddy_Brenda.
Oh, MacDaddy_Brenda.
And I do want, if they try to reach out to me, I'm a date girl. I'm not a pull-up girl. I'm not a get a bottle girl. We got to go on dates. I'm not accepting anything else. I do believe after a certain amount of time that of us meeting, I'm not a pen pal, so I'm not going to spend too much time texting you. Like, I'm dating for marriage. So, like, if you are dating for sexual activities, to play around, do not add me or anything of that sort.
Do you have any dating restrictions, like that list that was put out by single women that said what they would not go? Do you have any restrictions?
No, I don't have any dating, because I feel like for me, I want a man to take me on a coffee date. I love coffee, and a lot of men that I date don't date coffee. I like book date. Like my dream date, honestly, is somebody taking me on a coffee in a bookstore date. So like no, like I believe women like that, they haven't really learned themselves. Like you can really, sometimes I feel like you have to teach men. Men are basic. So the Cheesecake Factory, to a lot of men who never been, and I'm from Chicago, who never probably been out the hood, it's probably exquisite to them because it's in Oak Brook or Orland or something like that. So you have to date a man and like teach him standards sometimes, because a lot of men are basic. Like they don't really know the finer things in life. So I think sometimes it's a woman's job to like teach a man like the finer things in life.
Okay. All right, I'm going to respond to a question. So you keep me posted on how it goes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye, baby.